to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to start this journey with you. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I have no problem talking to a camera. I love talking to you guys on there, so I figured why not bring it to YouTube and film some videos. So I thought, what better way to start a YouTube channel than dropping this major life bomb on you guys. Most of you probably know I'm the founder of a clothing company called Lauren James. I started the company when I was 24 years old after I'd been working as a nurse for a couple years, and I had been on bed rest with my son Lofton James for about 10 weeks. It was a long 10 weeks to be on bed rest, so I started developing hobbies and really had a chance to get creative and figure out what was my passion, what I loved to do. And I didn't go to business school, I didn't go to fashion school, but I found that I had this great passion for designing clothes. And I was designing clothes that I would want to wear. So I have a very classic style, not super trendy. I love feminine details, I love southern details. I grew up wearing seersucker. My grandma would put me in seersucker all the time as a baby, and it was just a fabric that was deeply embedded in my soul and helped me connect with my mother, my grandmother, and my heritage here in the South. So I decided that I wanted to start designing these dresses that I had been sketching and actually make them out of seersucker. And so I was really excited to start that journey. At first it was just a hobby, and when my son was born he was only 5.5 pounds. So I like I said, I was working as a nurse and I didn't want to leave him and go take care of other people for 12 hours straight during the day. I wanted to take care of my own child. So my husband was the one who said, clearly you have this passion. You only live one time. You can't go through life with this passion and not try to pursue it. So I thought he was crazy, but he said, you know, why would you not follow your dreams? You have this new baby, and I always said I wanted my kids to grow up and do exactly what they want to do and follow their dreams, and this makes me cry every time I talk about it. Follow their dreams and do what they love and be genuinely happy in this one life we have to live. And why would I not do that myself? If that's what I wanted for my kids, why would I not be an example and do that myself? So I figured, okay, let's give it a shot. I'll try to design these dresses for real and sell them, and if it doesn't work out, I could always go back to nursing or find something else. So we decided to start a clothing company. That's so crazy, but I mean, you can do it. If you have a passion that you want to do, I mean, I'm an example right there. If there's something you love and something you want to do, you just gotta hustle and you do it. And we worked 12-hour days sometimes. My husband had another company at the time, but he was kind of acting as a mentor for me, so he was the one who helped me figure out how to set up a business and how to, I mean, file a trademark and all that crazy stuff. So I had all these dresses in mind, but I couldn't afford to make the dresses because we were 24 years old and just had a baby. So we decided to start with t-shirts, and I designed these t-shirts, started selling them, and it really took off. So in 2014 we finally had enough money to start producing and selling the dresses that I wanted to make. And you know, fast forward a little bit, the company grew 6,000% in our first 3 full business years. Or it grew 6,000% in the first 3 years that we were in business. So it grew really fast, and it was amazing. It was some of the best years of my life. I love to be creative, and I got to be hands-on and create and design these things that I loved deep in my soul, and I loved to sell it to people because I knew why I loved it and everyone else should love it too. So designing and selling and marketing came easy because it was so deep in my heart. So fast forward to 2018, and we were still growing so fast. And y'all, it takes a lot of money to grow so fast. That's something that a lot of people don't realize in business. The faster you grow, the more money you need, which a lot of people didn't understand that because they saw our sales numbers and they said, if you're making X amount, why do you need investment money? And it was because if we're doubling in size next year, we have to purchase twice as much inventory, and we have to purchase that months before we actually start selling it. So say we make $100 one year, just for reference, say we make $100 one year, we have to buy enough inventory to sell $200 for next year. So that's why the faster you grow, the more investment money you needed. So in 2018, it was to the point where we needed a little bit of investment money to keep growing. And through that process, we found someone who wanted to buy the whole company. And Lance and I had been working, Lance is my husband. Lance and I had been working so much. We have 3 kids. We had our 3rd child at the end of 2018. So at this point, we had 2 kids and we were pregnant with our 3rd. And being present parents and making memories with our kids is something that was always the number one most important thing to us. We wanted to have this company as a legacy and something for them to be proud of us for, you know, and something we could do with them. And even though we worked so much, we did have a flexible schedule because we own the business, and so that was amazing. So we were working harder than ever, and we had this opportunity come up for someone to buy the company and us stay on. I would stay on as the CEO, as the founder, obviously. And I saw it as an opportunity for me to be able to design and do marketing and branding and the stuff I really loved without having to worry about the monster corporation that my company had become. And I saw that as a way for me to be able to spend more time with my family. And I thought it was a great opportunity. You know, you never know how things are going to turn out in the end. But I thought it was a great opportunity, so I took it. So in 2018, we were acquired and obviously stayed on. And over time, I realized how hard it is for founders to stay on with companies that they started when they no longer have the ability to make all of the executive decisions. I was so used to having this company where everything I wanted to make, we made. And if I thought we should do a big party for our best customers, we're gonna do a big party. So I was so used to being able to make those executive decisions and design what I wanted to and create the way I wanted to create. And when someone else is now in charge, oftentimes it's really hard for founders to stay on. And I've heard a lot of stories of other companies where the founder sells the company and stays for a while and ends up, it gets hard. And y'all, it got hard. It got really hard because the way the company was going is not how I would have taken the company. And so after about 8 months, I was no longer on the design team. Our future lines that are going to come out, I had no hand in, which was really hard for me. And I had to make a really hard decision. So I think there are multiple aspects of being a girl boss. That's a term that is obviously a big part of my life, running a company, being a girl boss. But I think being a girl boss also means knowing when to give up the fight and knowing when it's time to move on to something else. And I fought long and hard for this company that I started with my own blood, sweat, and tears, y'all. But I realized that once I sold the company, I was working twice as hard for something that wasn't really mine anymore. And I wasn't able to create anymore. And I was just going through the motions and working into the night every day. And one day Lofton came up to me and he said, "Hey Mom, can we take a beach vacation?" He loves the beach. Backstory, we used to live in Hawaii when he was a baby. He doesn't remember that, but he always says it made him a beach kid. We've been on a beach vacation one time since we had our kids because we've been so busy. So he came up to me and he said, "Mom, can we take a beach vacation and I'll leave my iPad at home?" This is gonna make me sad. And I said, "Yeah, hopefully one day, like, we're so busy right now, but honey, we will go soon. But why do you want to leave your iPad at home?" And he said, "I'll leave my iPad at home if you and Dad leave your computers at home so we can just have family time." So we realized that we were just working way too hard. And, sorry. We were working all the time, we were working way too hard, and we just weren't happy anymore. And it was hard because there are things that I wanted to do, but I couldn't do it. It wasn't up to me, and it wasn't up to Lance, and so that was a very stressful few months. And so we made a really hard decision, and we both are no longer a part of Lauren James. It's hard to say out loud. So y'all, this happened maybe a month ago, a few weeks ago, and I've been trying to find a way to tell y'all, and I just haven't found the words. And this is too much for an Instagram story, so I figured, we'll start the YouTube channel and I can start talking to you guys about stuff like this. But so it's been a weird few weeks. The first couple days were hard. When you start something, when you start a company in your parents' basement, blood, sweat, and tears. We had sold a car and we were just sharing one car because we were putting everything back into the company. There was a time when we could only afford one computer, and it was a desktop, and it had our QuickBooks on there, but it wasn't cloud-based. It was just on that computer. So every day we would unplug the computer from the office and carry this big computer home and plug it back in, and we would do family time with Lofton. And then once he went to bed, we would get back on that computer and we would start working. Or one of us would go do bedtime and bath time with Lofton, and the other one would get on and start invoicing and doing sales emails. And so it's hard when you have memories like that. And then you come to a point where you decide that it's time to walk away. And being a girl boss to me is more than just showing up in a boardroom and killing it with these business decisions. I think as females, we are just wired differently. We have a very high level of emotional intelligence, and sometimes that makes it hard to walk away from things that we feel really connected to, even if we know it's time to walk away. But I think one of the great parts of being a girl boss that people don't talk about is just remembering who you are and being true to yourself and respecting yourself enough to not stay in a situation that maybe isn't the healthiest situation. So it took a few days for me to come to terms with what had just happened. It was a major loss and it was hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. But now that a little bit of time has passed, I'm already feeling so much more creative, and I'm already feeling so inspired, and I'm so excited for what the future holds. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. It sucks losing something when you thought it was gonna be there forever, but I have, cry again. Happy tears. I'm a happy crier. I have a lot of faith in my God, and I know that you get put in situations, I get put in situations that maybe you don't feel at the time are the best, and you feel, and why me? Why is this happening to me? That is because you are being led onto a different path. And so I have full faith that I'm being led onto a much better path and a happier path, and I'm so excited for what the future holds for me and my family. It's already been such a fun few weeks. I've gotten to spend so much time with my family, and it's just amazing. And so I love you guys. I'm not going anywhere. If you don't follow me on social media, I'll leave those handles below, so make sure you follow along. Like I said, we are going to be posting a video hopefully every week, and I already have a few videos lined up, and the video that I'm posting next Monday is even bigger than this one, believe it or not. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you get notifications for when that video goes live on Monday, because we have something really amazing happening and something really big happening, and it's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so fun, and I can't wait to take you on the process. So thank you so much for all of your love. Thank you so much for all of your messages. I love reading y'all's messages to me, so comment below or send me a DM. I love talking to you guys, and I cannot wait to share this journey with you. So thank you so much.